Chloe was in dire need of a new laptop for her freelance graphic design work. After weeks of searching, she finally came across a great deal on an online app. The seller, who went by the username terrorize, had a top-of-the-line laptop that was perfect for her needs. Excited by the prospect of finally having a new laptop, Chloe quickly messaged terrorize and made the purchase. She transferred the money and waited patiently for the laptop to arrive at her doorstep. Days went by and there was no sign of the laptop. Chloe tried contacting terrorize multiple times, but all her messages were left unanswered. She started to get worried, but she was also determined to receive the laptop she had paid a hefty price for. Finally, after a week, Chloe received a package. However, to her dismay, it was not the laptop she had been waiting for. Instead, it was a broken and outdated laptop with a note attached that read, "Thanks for the money, sucker." Furious and feeling cheated, Chloe immediately reported the incident to the police. She was hopeful that they would be able to trace the seller and retrieve her money. Little did she know, her nightmare was just beginning. As the police investigated, they discovered that terrorize was actually a notorious serial killer who had been using the online app to lure innocent people into buying expensive items, only to never deliver them. What's worse, he had been using the money he scammed to fund his twisted and heinous acts. When he found out that Chloe had reported him to the police, he became hell-bent on making her pay. He started to terrorize her, sending her threatening messages. At first, Chloe didn't pay much attention to the messages, thinking they were just empty threats, but as they became more frequent and explicit, Chloe started to live in constant fear, not knowing what terrorize was capable of. She would catch glimpses of a man lurking around her apartment building, and she was convinced it was terrorize. She couldn't sleep at night, constantly looking over her shoulder, fearing that he might attack her at any moment. The police tried to protect her, but they were unable to track down terrorize. He seemed to always be one step ahead, until one day, Chloe received a package at her doorstep. It was a letter with a chilling message from terrorize. He had been watching her every move, and knew everything about her. He threatened to harm her loved ones if she didn't drop the charges against him. Terrorized and desperate, Chloe didn't know what to do, but she knew she couldn't let terrorize get away with his crimes. With the help of the police, she came up with a plan to catch him. They set up a sting operation, posing as a potential buyer for an expensive gadget, and just as they had planned, terrorize fell into their trap. He was apprehended and charged with multiple accounts of fraud and murder. As they searched his home, they found evidence of his twisted acts and the money he had scammed from innocent victims. Chloe finally felt a sense of relief and closure as terrorize was sentenced to life in prison, but the experience had left her scarred and traumatized. She couldn't trust anyone and was constantly looking over her shoulder. But despite all the horrors she had faced, Chloe was proud of herself for standing up to a dangerous criminal and bringing him to justice. She knew that she would never let anyone take advantage of her again, and that she was stronger than she ever thought she could be.